When you hear the words Hell in a Cell, you already know chaos is coming. The massive steel structure has stood for decades as the most dangerous creation in WWE history. Inside that cage, careers have ended, bodies have been broken, and legends have been made. But some matches went beyond brutality. They defined what Hell in a Cell truly means. Today, we're looking back at the top 3 most brutal Hell in a Cell matches that shocked the world, left fans speechless, and carved their names into wrestling history. If there's one match that defines Hell in a Cell, it's this. The Undertaker versus Mankind wasn't just brutal, it was inhuman. From the very beginning, the chaos started. Within minutes, The Undertaker hurled Mankind off the top of the cell, sending him crashing through the announcer's table in one of the most shocking moments in wrestling history. The crowd was stunned. Commentators screamed, "Good God Almighty!" And fans thought Mick Foley might have died right there. But Mankind wasn't done. He climbed back up the cell, only to be choke-slammed through the roof and slammed into the ring below. That impact knocked him unconscious, knocked teeth into his nose, and left him broken. Still, somehow, he continued the match. This wasn't entertainment anymore. This was survival. Blood, broken bones, and pure insanity turned this match into legend. To this day, Undertaker vs. Mankind is remembered as the most brutal Hell in a Cell match ever. Our second brutal Hell in a Cell story is about pride, pain, and the end of a career. Triple H, the rising star and WWE champion, faced Mick Foley, this time as Cactus Jack, his most violent persona. The stipulation was simple. If Foley lost, his career was over. From the moment the bell rang, this wasn't a match. It was a war. Steel chairs, barbed wire bats, steel steps. Everything was used. Blood covered both men. But the most shocking moment came when they climbed to the top of the cell. Foley was thrown through the roof and crashed down into the ring, smashing through the canvas itself. The crowd gasped, shocked at what they had just witnessed. This wasn't just brutality. It was heartbreak. Mick Foley gave everything, even his career, inside that cell. Triple H walked out victorious, but it was Foley's sacrifice that made the match unforgettable. It proved that Hell in a Cell isn't just about violence. It's about legacy. The third brutal Hell in a Cell match came in 2002, when The Undertaker faced Brock Lesnar. At this point, Lesnar was young, hungry, and dominating WWE. But inside Hell in a Cell, he was facing the dead man, the master of the structure. What followed was one of the bloodiest matches in WWE history. Within minutes, both men were bleeding heavily. Lesnar slammed Undertaker into the steel again and again, using the cell as a weapon. Undertaker fought back with chair shots, strikes, and sheer willpower. The crimson mask on both men's faces told the story. This wasn't just a match, it was destruction. The brutality escalated with every minute. Undertaker, even with a broken hand, fought with everything he had. But in the end, Brock Lesnar showed why he was the next big thing. After an F5, he climbed on top of the cell, holding the WWE Championship high over his blood-stained body. The image became iconic. Brock Lesnar had not only beaten The Undertaker, he had survived Hell itself. From Mankind's death-defying plunge, to Mick Foley's heartbreaking sacrifice, to Brock Lesnar's bloody war with The Undertaker. These 3 matches remind us why Hell in a Cell is the most brutal creation in WWE history. It's not just about winning or losing. It's about survival. It's about pushing the human body to limits nobody thought possible. These matches live forever because they weren't just fights. They were battles written in blood and steel. And they remind us all why Hell in a Cell will always be WWE's most feared battleground. So tell me, which Hell in a Cell match shocked you the most? Was it Undertaker throwing Mankind off the cell, Foley's career-ending war with Triple H, or Brock Lesnar's bloody victory? Let me know in the comments. And remember, inside Hell in a Cell, there's no escape.